Yep, you've come to the right place if you plan on farming legendary gear like crazy, as there are already many guides out there which only cover the mere basics, while in this video we're also going to talk about details to make your legendary gear farming runs as efficient as possible and find the best items for your character. Hey, what's up guys? It's your man 4am again, back with a new guide for Starfield. For the people who are new here, I've been playtesting the game for countless of hours, shared plenty of tips and tricks, farming guides on the channel. Today I'm gonna show you the best way to target farm legendary items, so let's get right to it. I've invested a lot of time and research to make this video possible, so it would mean the world to me if you can take a second of your time to leave a like if you enjoy the content, and also share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you don't want to miss out any details, be sure to watch till the end. Chapter timestamps are in the description as usual, for if you miss something or want to recheck details. Anyways, let's get down to business. Alright, so first off, I recommend you to place an outpost in the very center of the galaxy. From this location, you'll be able to jump to all the far corners of the map without a problem. In the volley system, you will find plenty of planets, which you won't be able to create an outpost on, as these have hazardous weather, for which you're going to need certain requirements or skill upgrades. Volley Epsilon, on the other hand, is a pretty safe planet filled with riches, on which you can settle down without a problem. Once you've planted that outpost tower, you should also place a self-service bounty clearance as well as mission board, as these will allow you to clear bounties, but also pick up new missions. In particular, the headhunting missions, or where you have to take down a certain targets, are the ones you want to focus on. As with these missions, you have to take out ringleaders or captains, which are 100% elite, with the best odds of dropping legendary gear. For this mission, we're gonna have to collect a bounty on a pirate marauder at the abandoned hangar, which is gonna be extremely easy as we are allies with the Crimson Fleet. We'll be able to assassinate this guy in no time. Before you land on the planet though, it's very important that you first press escape. Go to gameplay settings and change your difficulty to very hard to make sure that the loot which is about to drop from those leads is gonna be on the highest level with the best stat rolls possible. Don't worry, you don't have to be prepared for this difficulty, as we're gonna make changes to that afterwards, so let's land in first. So basically what happens when you enter the loading screen before you land on a planet is that the game pre-generates a playable area of an X square kilometers, in which you will have random structures, events, encounters determined by the generating algorithm. Wait a second, wow, this is insane. What? I actually had this happening earlier as well, but this basically means that we'll be able to take out the captain in no time, as we're simply flying through the roof or hatch. This is unbelievable. Man, I absolutely love the bugs of Starfield, but yeah, this basically means that the difficulty of the mobs as well as their spawn pool qualities are determined during this process. So what you're gonna do right after that is press escape, go to your settings, gameplay, and change your difficulty back to something which is gonna make this a lot easier. Now the loot pool for these fellas right here is set to very hard, so it will have the highest rolls possible, so you can find the best legendaries in the game, while their difficulty is set to very easy. So I'm gonna quickly save the game, and now we're gonna basically search for our captain. I'm quickly taking out some ads with my melee skill, as I found a pretty nice legendary dagger, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But this is basically the type of enemy you want to focus on. All the targets with shielded HP bars are elites, which can drop legendaries a lot more frequently in comparison with regular targets or containers. So what we're going to do in this case is take out a weapon with which we cannot deal too much damage. But what you want to do is break the armor as much as possible. Make sure to not take out the target though, as for the next step, what you want to do is be ready to take the kill. Press escape, as right now we want to save the game. When we resume the game, we will basically take it down and it will drop a certain item. If it's not a legendary drop, you can load the game, try again until you find the legendary you want to have. To make this even more efficient though, go to settings, bindings if you're on PC, and map both quick save and quick load to some of your keys. So when the target is low, in my case I just press F1 and then I will take it down. As you can see, it dropped a rare item, but right now I can just press F3 to quick load the game, get back to the moment where I almost took down the captain. Because of the low difficulty, we don't have to worry about taking too much damage. We can take it down very quickly, and look at that. Once again, we found a rare item, this time boosted calibrated something. So we're just gonna keep doing this until we find legendary loot. Look at that, a concussive combat knife, legendary melee. This bad boy deals double damage to targets with full HP. So when you're sneaking about, this is gonna be an amazing one to quickly execute trash mobs or maybe even a captain for the spoils of war. It also randomly deals radioactive damage, demoralizes targets, and even has a small chance to knock out targets as well. Anyways, once you're satisfied with the loot, you're gonna quick save once again, so you won't lose all the progress if the game decides to crash on you. But right now, it is time for the real deal. The real captain, the biggest elite in the party right here, which will also give us a very high chance of finding legendaries. As you can see, they start off with 3 bars of red, while after dealing a little bit of damage, you can see that now he only has 1. So this is the moment when you want to take out a shotgun or melee weapon, position yourself right in front of the elite, and use that quick save so you can finish off the target. This time, it dropped a radioactive Kodama, which is nice and all, but we can do better. So we're just gonna F3, get to the previous save point, and simply take him out as many times until you're satisfied with the loot you find. Aha, look at that, a space helmet. We're gonna take all the trash. This is a pretty decent roll for assault builds if you're aiming down the sight while moving or using your shotgun, while I'm not a huge fan of the other stats. In other words, let's just pause on this item, reload so we can get back to that moment where he's still alive and search for something better instead. This time we found a repulsing refined Deep Seeker space helmet. Look at this bad boy, minus 25% oxygen consumption and a chance to disarm nearby attackers. I like the look of this one. It's exactly the same as the one which I currently have equipped, while the stat rolls are so much higher because of the difficulty setting. Well, this is not always the case. Earlier today, I found a second elemental refined pacifier. The first one on hard difficulty without using this method, the second when doing so. As you can see, they both have the exact same physical damage roll, while fire rate and accuracy are different. Even more interesting, the one with the highest fire rate comes from hard difficulty, which I normally play on. So I'm not 100% sure if hard or very hard is gonna make a huge difference. Anyways, now that we've decided to keep this item, what we can do right now after combat is open up the map, travel back to our outpost and pick up some new quests for high value targets to continue farming for elites. Well, this is what most guides would say, but this is where many people miss out on making this farm even more efficient. So what you want to do is check out all the remaining threats in the mission area. Take out all the non-elites, while if you find an elite, you want to rinse and repeat that process to get your hands on even more legendaries. In this case, I found 3 more above ground, which actually saved me a lot of time. I don't have to travel back to my outpost, pick up new missions, or travel to another planet. Instead, we can just rinse and repeat the process on these fellas to find even more loot, which we can use for our character. While low-level elites or non-captains do have a slightly lower chance of dropping legendaries, it's still gonna be easy mode with this inventory resetting method. After just a couple reloads, this level 2 pilot right here dropped a legendary Shattered Kraken. This one even comes with some insane rolls, 70% accuracy, high fire rate and extended magazine to double the base magazine size, small chance to stagger enemies and also break through even the strongest armor types. Look at that stagger right there. Fantastic. I think I messed up the save this time as the target died because of burning while I was quick saving. Let's quickly double check that. Yes. Furious drumbeat once again. I'm gonna give you guys another great tip so you can prevent messing things up like I did right here, which I should have done as well. So basically, after you found a nice legendary item, continue the hunt for more elites, you want to manually save the game. Then if you find a new elite but accidentally take it down while you're quick saving, you can reload the manual save, as these don't share the same slot. So saving on a regular basis, both by using the menu as well as quick saving, will help you to get the most out of these farms. This time a higher physical damage roll, so it is very important to take out all the elites in the area, not only the bounty target, as enemy levels, their loot and item levels are randomized, so you don't want to miss out on amazing loot, which most people will if they checked out other guides or skipped this chapter. To prove this, we're going to check out another bounty mission. So that's where we have our elite 25 meters away, and this is where we found another one, level 14. In this case, I first took down the level 38 elite, or the bounty target, which also gave me this loot right here. After that, I also took out a random elite outside whose level was twice as low, while the item he dropped has more than double the sell value, much lower mass, slightly better perks, and way better stat rolls. So definitely make sure to take out all the elites which you can find in one single area, then move on to the next. While taking down elites, be sure to also check out all the containers and loot in the area. Lock boxes, weapon racks, but also medpack locations, as this also allows you to find a lot of treasure, sometimes even come across more legendary gear and a ton of credits, since all the loot in the area is also set to the highest difficulty, so the value will be the best. Many people missed the ball on this one, which is going to make their legendary hunts so much less efficient. So if you made it till the end of this video, watched every single detail, you are ready for an amazing legendary farming hunt. So a big thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you found this video helpful and share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you have more tips to add to make these farms even more efficient, let us know in the comments down below. I've got plenty more guides, including a farming legendary spaceships on demand, which you can find in the top right of the screen, but there is so much more coming your way. If you are here for the long run, be sure to subscribe to stay in the loop with future videos. Right now though, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.